So, do these or know these, or do these and know these? Will I pass the Pi KYC if I do these? Okay, these are what you need to know, obviously. So KYC is know your customer, right? It's a procedure for first identity and then verifies user identities, right? Pi Network utilizes proprietary KYC solutions to scalably verify the identity of millions of pioneers all over the world to onboard them to the mainnet blockchain and ecosystem. Not only is KYC important for the integrity of the network and compliance, but also it makes sure that it is fair for all human pioneers who have been honestly mining in their own accounts. Achieving this goal is critical because real verified humans on Pi will contribute to the robustness of the network and while encouraging the development of various apps for a utility-based ecosystem. So listen, I'm not going to talk about this too much. What I'm going to say is when I come back, I'm going to actually elaborate on this and you're going to understand. There will be so many topics I'll be talking about. Obviously KYC slots, reality, tentative KYC approval, tentative KYC and mainnet migration, KYC submissions, reality or fiction. So we're going to talk about the realities and fictions of KYC submission. And then of course there'll be KYC applications approval time, how long it takes. Of course, some of you may know it, some of you don't. So if you're new, please pay attention to this video. We'll talk about validators, reviewing name change, how that's going to happen. And then of course, reason for KYC before mainnet migration. When I come back, he's on! All right, I'm back. So let's now go delve straight into it. KYC slots, of course, the reality and so on and so forth. All right. This is a question that people may ask. So somebody would, the question is, do you still need to get a KYC slot randomly assigned by the system? And the answer is no. Anyone except the two scenarios below. So I'll give you the two scenarios below. Should be able to visit the KYC app via the Pi browser and start your KYC application without waiting for an invitation. The invitation-based KYC slots assignment was only used in the past, and the process has been updated to allow anyone to start. So these are the two exceptions. Newly created accounts. So if you have a new account, obviously you would have 30 days until 30 days after. So you have to be mining 30 days. No need to be consecutive. You know, on other mobile mining cryptos, it has to be consecutive. But with this one, 30 days. So your account, if you've mined enough Pi, then this should be fine. This helps the network prioritize KYC validation resources for more committed human pioneers who also have mined enough balance to make sense to go through KYC and migrate to mainnet. The second exception is, of course, a very small proportion of accounts identified by the algorithm as highly likely fake accounts or accounts that have violations will not be eligible to KYC. I need to remember that. So you need to listen. These are videos that you need to be watching and sharing so people would understand why they're not getting the KYC for all thing. Of course, if such account owners think that there is a mistake by the algorithm, they should submit their username for further investigation and potential proof of otherwise by filling in this form here. So I'm going to probably put it in the description. So go to the description, click on the link, and that if you feel like, you know, you've been hard done by, you can do that. Depending on what they receive, the Pi Core team, they can investigate further. we're still on the KYC slot topic, so let's go to the other one. So the next question somebody may ask is, when a KYC slot is open for you, will you still get the KYC slot pop-up notification when you start a new mining session? So this question is a good one. The answer to that is the KYC pop-up notification should not be used as the only means by which pioneers know whether they are eligible to start KYC applications or not, although they will likely get a KYC slot pop-up. Pioneers should directly check their KYC eligibility on the KYC app in the Pi KYC browser, which is kyc.py. So if you click on kyc.py on the Pi KYC browser, you should be able to know if you're eligible or not. You can simply open the Pi browser and navigate to the KYC application. Please use the pop-up notification as a reminder rather than an invitation. So it's a reminder, not an invitation. Nobody gets invited anymore. You have to check it yourself. So listen, let me see. The next one that somebody may ask is, now that Pi KYC is open for all, how can I apply for KYC? So it's easy. Obviously, what you need to do is downloading the Pi. Obviously, you need to download the Pi browser app, which is required to apply for KYC. Actually, it's required for everything. If you don't have the Pi browser app, you can't do anything. So you need to download it. That's another disclaimer. Download it. You can access KYC through the Pi KYC app in the Pi browser. Make sure to have your relevant identification documents ready, passports and all of that. You know, driver license, national ID if it's valid or eligible. Pioneers are encouraged to directly check your KYC eligibility on the KYC app in the Pi browser app. When I come back, I'm going to talk about other things. All right, people, I'm back. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, become a member. Let's watch the channel grow. Of course, share the content and subscribe to the channel. So the next one I'm going to talk about is clearly the tentative KYC approval. Now, this is something that a lot of people are, they're not happy about, you know, and I understand. So I'm going to, you know, talk about it and see if we can find a way to resolve that with the Pi core team. And this is to do with the tentative KYC approval. Somebody may ask, what does it mean? And what is necessary to pass? And how long will that take? You know, these are the questions people would ask. And genuinely, legitimately, they're entitled to. All right, so the first question is, what does it mean? The tentative KYC program, which does not apply to the majority of the network, requires additional verification checks before the pioneer can fully pass KYC. I think we know that by now. Tentative KYC approval does not qualify full KYC approval, and thus will not yet unblock functionalities, example becoming a validator or migrating to the mainnet, requiring full KYC approval until the additional checks confirm its full KYC approval. However, the tentative KYC approval gets the account much closer to full approval. So that's actually better than when it's under review. So it's just some further requirements. So the reason for selective KYC program is to ensure the integrity of the network, cautiously allowing as many real human pioneers as possible to pass KYC, while catching and preventing as many fake and bot accounts as possible. Not only is this important for the network, but it's also fair for all human pioneers who have been honestly mining in their own accounts. The sensitive additional verification steps may vary depending on the individual case, and the time it takes to complete them can vary as well. Factors that can impact the timing include the volume of KYC applications being processed, availability of human validators of the region, complexity of the application, and types of additional checks applied to the tentative KYC case. Now, this is important because a lot of you, obviously, rightly, are complaining about the fact that you've been on tentative KYC for quite some time now, and there's not been any movement. I believe there is movement, but it's taking time. Like they said here, availability of human validators in the region. Sometimes if there is no available validators, remember that means they need validators from your region. And of course, the volume of KYC applications as well. So you should remember it's millions of people. So it's not easy. The next one, still tentative KYC, we're going to do this segment here. The next one is very important. The next one with the tentative KYC is, somebody may ask, when the KYC status is tentative approval, how long will it take for it to be final KYC passed? Now, the duration of the tentative KYC status is on a case-by-case basis and depends on the extent and type of additional verifications needed. One of the priorities of, obviously, this quarter of 2023 for the KYC app is to iterate and apply such additional checks on the tentative KYC cases. And I believe that the Pi Core team is working on it fervently. So please, just keep going. The final thing or question that somebody may ask, which we'll elaborate on a little bit, is when KYC status is tentative approval, quote unquote, can migration to mainnet happen? Now the answer is no, it can't happen, because you have to pass KYC fully before you will be able to do that, before you'll be able to migrate to the mainnet. So unfortunately, if you're tentative KYC, tentative approval, then please, let's hope that the documents that are being required will be additional checks that need to happen will be done. It's not like they require additional documents. What they need is probably doing further checks. So maybe blurry pictures, they can't actually see your passport details properly because it wasn't well lit, so these are the things. So please, you need to understand, we will do, some of us have done some validations and I've seen that the pictures are not clear. So those are part of the tentative KYC, and some of them are part of the KYC and the review. So we're looking at all of that as validators, and we're trying to obviously pass as many. But if you don't qualify because it looks blurry, and in comparison it looks not comparable, then of course there's an issue there. So hey, listen, this is the part of the tentative KYC. When I come back, I'm going to talk about the KYC submission fiction or reality. Listen, smash the like button. I'll be back. Yes, I'm back, people. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, become a member. Let's watch the channel grow. This is one hell of a video, and I've crammed everything into one video. I thought, let me do it. Share the content, of course. Share it. Let them know there's millions of pioneers who haven't been KYC'd so far. So let's let this go far and beyond. All right. So another person may ask, when KYC is submitted, what screens can you get in the KYC app? All right. So this is what you do. So after submitting a KYC application, the pioneer can expect to see a few different screens in the KYC app. Pioneers may see a screen indicating that the application is review in progress, quote unquote. There is that. If the KYC is approved tentatively, meaning it was accepted by validators pending additional checks, the pioneer may see a tentative approval screen. So, there is one that says review in progress. There is one that says tentative approval. So let me explain that again so that you'll understand. Based on the question that was asked here, which is what we expect to see on the screen. So after submitting, the pioneer can expect to see a few different screens. Pioneers may see a screen indicating that the application is review in progress, and then the other one will be tentative approval. Tentative approval means it's pending further additional checks. If the additional checks further confirm the authenticity of the data and account, a pioneer will see the KYC passed screen. For the majority of applications that are outside of the tentative KYC program, they will directly see the KYC passed screen without additional checks if they are accepted. This is important. Now, we're going to talk about the KYC approval, KYC applications or KYC applications approval time. This is important. This is something that somebody asked me and I thought, let me let you know. Okay, so somebody may say, this is what the Pi Court team has. As per the previous announcement, a submitted KYC application may be approved within 15 minutes if everything is submitted correctly and no name appeal is made. Is this the case? And the answer is yes, this is the case, as long as the pioneers have completed the required fields correctly and the availability of the human validators is abundant in this country or region. Now, one advantage that those of us that joined Pi early had is the YOT KYC process that we had. So when we were invited to do the KYC, because we already had our KYC approval made via YOT, because YOT is a very huge organization when it comes to these KYC verifications, it was quick. We just had to confirm it, and then within a few minutes I passed my KYC. Some people it took a bit longer. I don't know why. Maybe the documents they submitted or whatever was different, but that's what it was. So however, when we got into the KYC fully, where it started being rolled out slowly, a lot of people were put in review, of course. So that's what caused their KYC. And then, of course, there was been a backlog of people applying for KYC. So, you know, I'm sorry about that, to be honest with people. But as long as you've learned this, you should eventually get your KYC done. The next one, obviously, we're going to talk about, you know what, I'll be back. Right, I'm back. This is Ray from raysunited. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, become a member. Let's watch the channel grow. Now, this one, I'm actually going to talk about validated review in name change. Now, this is important. So, somebody may ask this question. Now, this is more to do with validators. When will it be possible for KYC validators to review name change appeals? Now, this is what the core team put in there. For pioneers who appealed to change their account name for small name updates, their appeals are either resolved by only machine automation or require the help from human validators to resolve. The first case has already been in place, unblocking such applications to proceed their KYC process. For the second case, human validators will likely be able to review name change appeals in the latter quarter of this year, after the priorities of additional checks on tentative KYC applications and validators performance analysis. So obviously they have to analyze ask the validator or with the validators performances, and of course additional checks. Like I said, I told you previously that they're really prioritizing the people who need further checks on their tentative KYC applications. So that is what is actually happening. And somebody may also ask this, my KYC is approved but not reflected in mainnet checklist step 6. When can I proceed and start migration? So these are a lot of people also telling me this, and this is what they're saying. The core team is aware of this issue affecting some users and are working on resolving the data synchronization issue on the mainnet checklist in particularly this quarter of this year. In general, always rely on the Pi KYC app for the most accurate KYC status, obviously. And when I come back, I'm going to talk about the final bit. I will be right back. So I'm back. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, become a member. Let's watch the channel grow. And of course, share the content, share the content, share the content. Anyway, so in this final segment, I'll be talking about the reasons for KYC before mainnet migration. A lot of people will be asking, why is the core team inculcating Pi KYC before mainnet migration? So somebody may ask, overall, why is Pi Network requiring KYC before mainnet migration? So this is the answer that the Pi core team gave. The vision of Pi Network is to build an inclusive and the most widely distributed digital currency and ecosystem for all pioneers, which I believe at the moment they are. Pi Network's mining mechanism is social network based and relies on contributions of real pioneers. Therefore, Pi has a strict policy of 1 account per person. This is something that we all know. This requires a high degree of accuracy to establish that members in the network are genuine human beings. Human beings, preventing individuals from being able to hoard Pi by creating fake accounts unfairly. KYC thus helps ensure the true humanness of the network, in addition to compliance with anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism regulations. Only people who passed the Pi KYC can migrate to the Pi mainnet. And I understand that. It's all for security reasons. Let's make sure everything is properly secured. You know, we're humans, we're not bots, and so on. That's why you have to pass a KYC before you get there. The current and closed network period gives the community time to KYC and migrate to the mainnet blockchain, a identity verified, compliant, and utilities driven ecosystem where pioneers can begin to use Pi for real goods and services. Listen, I'm happy you watch it till this. If you watch it till this point, you can comment, put the comments there. Let me know what you think about Pi Network. The name is Ray. The Pi KYC. Let me know what you think about it. And please be honest. Please be honest. The name is Ray. Channel's raysunited. Word is peace. And I love you. Take care of yourself. And smash the like button on your way out. Share the content.